Hi, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're all very good on this lovely sunny day. Makes a change. Going to be listening to some Smiths now, and it's a track I've never heard. It's entitled Reel Around a Fountain, and it's from a 1984 album, a self-titled album from the Smiths called The Smiths. So without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into this. So I'm just going to pause it there because the very first verse of this, it's time the tale we're told of how you took a child and made him hold. I'm thinking this is maybe not necessarily a child, so I did have pause for thought in the first few seconds of this track, but I think this is more kind of like talking about maybe not a child, but maybe the mentality of somebody who's maybe a virgin, maybe, and child to man. I'm assuming it's a man. So I think maybe I'm applying 2020 kind of moral perspective to the lyrics, and I actually think it's just a boy who's not a boy but a young man who perhaps they're losing their virginity for the first time, and it's not a child. I don't think it's meant to be taken literally. I think it's probably a young man who perhaps with an older man. I'm thinking it's two men. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I'm kind of getting that feeling it's maybe two guys.
Child, and you made him
So that was the Smiths with Reel Around a Fountain. And I have a slight confession to make that because I knew it was the Smiths, I happened to mention to a friend of mine, a gay friend of mine, about a few of the tracks I'd be listening to today. And I mentioned this Smiths track, knowing that he was probably into his indie, maybe not now, but quite a bit when he was like a younger. And I mentioned a track that I was listening to, and he went, "Ooh, okay." So he said the clues in the title. So that kind of got me thinking, and there's every possibility this song could be about a boy and a girl. However, I'm inclined to kind of think that because it's Morrissey, it's maybe about an experience, his experience, or a scenario of a young man, maybe somebody who's in his late teens or something, meeting an older man who's maybe not the kind of prize catch that you'd want as a life partner or anything like that, but as a starting point. And I think this is about dirty sex. Let's be honest about it. Let's be frank. It's his first encounter, first sexual encounter. This man's experienced, and I think that he's basically entered into an act, and this is how it's kind of played out. It sounds quite rough, to be honest, but he also this young lad, it's a young lad, teen maybe early 20s. I kind of feel like he's looking at this guy, and he's kind of thinking to himself, well, you know what, he might be experienced, he might be a lot older, and he might think because he's having, we're having kind of sex together, that he might think he's the man, he is the bee's knees. But actually, I know my worth. I know that I'm kind of worth a lot more than this, and he might think he's all that, but he's not. I am, and I will do better. So also, back to my friend and mentioning that the clue is in the title. I don't know for certain, but is it possible that the actual title "Reel Around a Fountain" is it possible that it's like a euphemism for something? I don't know. I don't really know. So I like the music as well, and I kind of thought about this. My first thought was, it's nicely put together, but maybe not memorable. And then I kind of stopped myself and I thought, well, actually, it kind of fits with the whole ambience of a song, because essentially this young lad has had his first sexual encounter, and it's almost like the music's actually reflecting on his mood perhaps the next day, when he's thinking, well, it was all right, it wasn't fantastic, I've done it, I didn't really kind of rate the guy anyway, and I'm just lying here thinking that, well, it's going to get better, it was okay, I rate it 2.5 stars perhaps for my first time, and that kind of fitted in with the music. It was very much the next day, maybe it's like a hangover type music as well. So I'm sort of envisaging in my mind a young guy who's kind of met an older guy. There's lots of drink involved, and they've had sort of sex for the first time, and then the next day he's kind of reflecting on it. That's how the music made me feel. So everything kind of fitted together. So having said that, my first thought of it being, okay, this is quite forgettable music. I've gone from that to thinking, actually, this is very skillfully kind of crafted. I love the lyrics of the Smiths. I love the lyrics. Not sure if Morrissey writes all the lyrics. I've never actually studied who the writers were on these songs, but I can say that they always draw you in and kind of hold you. It's like the story that you hear from an acquaintance who you might not be close friends with, but an acquaintance telling you about something sordid over a drink in a pub, or bar or club, and you kind of draw it in and you have to listen. It's just great. It is great storytelling, and it does make you kind of think about multiple kind of facets of the same kind of issues and stuff. So you know what, I really enjoy that, and again, you know, the Smiths hasn't really failed to impress me. I was brought up on about 3 or 4 songs initially of the Smiths, probably from the same album. I haven't looked at the track listing for the album The Smiths, which was from February '84, so it would have had those tracks on that I would have heard around about that time, and maybe from '83 as well. So again, I enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you've got any thoughts about this song, or if you can shed any light on the lyrics, I'm not sure if I'm on the money with this one, but I would love to know if you have any ideas about the title, and of course, if this was maybe a personal account of Morrissey's, or if this was just a scenario played out from maybe something he's heard somewhere down the line. So yeah, please let me know. Join me in the comments below, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll be posting real soon.